Hey subbies, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back for another Tea Tuesday. I'm super excited to get right into these emails. So the first one here that I have is from Jade. So I'm gonna start with, she actually sent me 3 questions that has nothing to do with Jade's life, but definitely that has to do with mine, which is fine. So the first question is, how and why did you start vlogging? How I started vlogging really was, I was watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube and I was just like, wow, I'm a very outgoing person. I'm very outgoing. Like I can talk to a stranger and hold great conversation. I like to help people. And I just thought like I had this, I don't want to say platform on Instagram, but like I had a lot of people that would DM me on Instagram and tell me how I inspire them, you know, and whatever. And I wasn't making videos or anything. It was literally like just pictures or, you know what I'm saying, those motivational quotes and stuff like that. And sometimes I would leave a little paragraph under it telling a little bit about my story or how I feel towards things. And I found that a lot of people were connecting with me through just Instagram posts. So I was just like, wow, like, you know what I mean? How cool would it be if I started a YouTube channel? I literally was just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself a camera. I bought a camera. I did this room together. I put this room together that was a spare room in my parents' house, because I do still live with my parents. I painted it. I did everything because I started just researching what I sort of need to succeed, and everything was coming together. Everything was falling together for me, and I'm very comfortable in front of the camera. It's nothing hard for me. So I just said, you know what? Let me start vlogging and doing videos. I think pretty much that's how I got into vlogging and making videos, really. And so it says, how did I start it? That's pretty much how I started it. I watched tutorials and whatnot. And then why I started, again, just because I did want to communicate with you guys and have you guys look into my life, you know, instead of just seeing pictures. And it also does say here, do you experience any haters? I haven't experienced haters on YouTube, but I've experienced haters in, like, I don't even want to say haters, but like I've experienced a hater, and it doesn't really bother me. Like I don't really take in anybody else, you know what I mean? I'm here to inspire. I'm not here to look at negative stuff. So if there's somebody that's negative, it's like I don't even see them. If I ever do start getting haters and all that on, you know, like in comments, I don't think it wouldn't really bother me, because I know what I'm coming into. I know that YouTube is a big platform. People will come for you, you know what I'm saying, for anything. Like if your mascara is like running, or people will come for the littlest things, and that's just with life. And I mean, I'm not afraid of it. I embrace haters. I need them. Because they make me a lot stronger. They make me go get whatever it is that I'm going after. So I haven't experienced haters yet on YouTube, but honestly, when it comes, it comes. I'm gonna embrace it. It's really nothing to me. I know how to hold my own, so I'm good when it comes to haters. Another question here says, what was a failure you have learned from? Oh, that is a very good question. I don't know if this is really answering the question, but something that I did learn from was really, I was the type of person that I'm very friendly. Like I did state before, I'm very outgoing, and I was quick to let a lot of people in my space. Like I was quick to think, oh, we're friends, like, you know what I mean, kind of thing. When I didn't realize that the people that I called friends at a time were really just acquaintances. And I sort of started letting people in my space. You know, you start talking to somebody that you think is your friend, and then, you know, they just want to hold information that has to do with your life, and then go report it or start talking about you, whatever the case is. So I think what I've learned was not to let too many people in your space. You know, you can't think everybody's your friend, because a lot of the people that say they're your friends, you know, they want to see you do good, but they never want to see you do better than them. And I'm the type of person, I mean, there's so many things in this world for everybody to do. There's something that everybody can get. And I was never a person to be like, oh my gosh, look at that girl, I hope she fails. Like, you know, I'm like, go girl, like do you know what I'm saying? Get what it is that you're running after in this world. And it's just, people don't have the same heart as you. And I've learned, you know, just not to let a lot of people in my space, not to think that these people are my friends, and to keep my business, really. I honestly have a few friends, you know, a few friends from high school that I still talk to. And then I also have a few friends, you know what I mean? Like, that I consider family. So that's really it. Like, I can count them on my fingers, honestly, probably even on one hand. So, that's something that I've learned from. I don't really know if that was a failure, but I've told stories to these people and then I found out that they're talking behind my back or whatever the case is. So that's definitely something that I've learned from. I hope that sort of answered your question. I really couldn't think of anything else. Who has the most influence on your life? Who has the most influence on my life? Is it fair to say my son? He definitely influenced me. Like, by far, he's my motivation. Everything I do, it's with him in mind. Even with YouTube, it was, you know, he's just like me, outgoing. He loves to talk, he loves the camera. And I just, he's definitely an influence. My parents, they keep me grounded. They, you know, still at the age of 26, let me know right from wrong, you know, sometimes when I'm slipping, and they can kind of pick me up and, you know, let me know what it is that I need to do to collect myself or to get it together. I think my family is an influence on me. They really are. Like, my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, my son, my family is an influence on me, you know? I'd say that's my influence. Okay, so let me go to another one. So this one, does say, I'd like to stay anonymous, please, with like 5 exclamation marks. Okay, so that's no problem. So this one is about her life here. So it says, I've really enjoyed watching your videos. I think it's great how you are so comfortable and confident in yourself. Thank you so much. Again, that's all I know how to be, and I wish a lot of people knew how to be, but thank you. It says, I've been dating this guy for almost a year. I'm pretty sure he used to sleep around a lot, but since, quote unquote, seems to have committed to me. He did cheat on me with an ex-girl in early stages of a relationship, and sometimes she messages him, which makes me mad. She definitely wants him back, but I stayed with him anyways since it was still early. Okay. And then it says, since then I have seen him texting some other girls who he says are friends. I don't know that they are though, with how they talk to each other, but I also think girls can have guy friends and guys can have girlfriends. I just think there needs to be some sort of line drawn on how the conversation goes. He also seems to want attention from girls. With all this though, he's good to me and treats me well. I do always wonder if he's cheating though. I've asked him about it and he says no, but obviously every guy will say no. Do you think I should believe him? Do you think I should trust that he's not cheating? What would you do? Girl. I would believe him until I have evidence that he is cheating. So again, something I always say is the biggest killer in relationships is assumption. You cannot just assume that he is cheating. You did mention that he has girlfriends, which I completely agree with you. I think it's fine that guys have girlfriends and girls have guy friends, but there needs to be boundaries. If he has girlfriends, they need to be your girlfriends as well. It's just that simple. If you don't know who these girls are, you need to get to know them. And if there's something where for him it's like, nah, like you don't need to know these girls or whatever, then done it. That's just how I feel. Because if he cannot introduce you to these girls that he's conversing with on the phone or through text or whatever, then it's more than what he says it is. Vice versa for you. If you have male friends that he doesn't know when you guys text or whatever the case is, and you don't have the balls to, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh babe, this is my guy friend, da da da, or whatever, or he can't read the messages, then it doesn't make sense, because there's obviously something there that you are hiding. I personally think in a relationship, if your man's phone rings, this has nothing to do with your question, but it's just for me, I think if you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship with that person. There shouldn't be any secrecy. There shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, his friends are your friends are his friends. And you guys should be so comfortable to the point where his phone rings and he can be like, babe, can you get that for me? You know what I'm saying? Or your phone rings and you're like, babe, who is that? Like, what does it say? But it's so funny because nowadays, like, men are like this in their phone, like, you know what I'm saying, texting, or they have their hands like this and they're texting so you can't see what's going on. And it's like that for females too. And I feel like people are like that when they have something to hide, you know what I'm saying? But so not really off topic, but not what you asked me, but I completely think that him having those girlfriends, you should know who they are. You should get to know them. If you're insecure about what they're messaging, just be like, can I just see what you guys message? It's so simple. And if he doesn't have balls to show you what they were talking about, then there's something going on. That's just what it is. But I definitely would believe him until I had reason that everything he was saying was a lie. I would trust him until I had reason that everything he was saying was a lie, you know? So I personally think that, girl, trust him, believe him till you have evidence. Again, if he can't show you what it is in his phone, if it's such a secret and you can't meet these girls, then keep it moving, because then there's obviously something going on. You know what I mean? And yeah, I definitely can see where you had the insecurity, especially if you said he cheated earlier on in the relationship, but it was early, so you stayed with him. I get that. That's, you know what I mean? That's whatever. But I still think if, you know, just work on trust. There's so many different things that you guys can do to work on trust, you know what I mean? And yeah, like, just, I would never say don't ever give up on your relationship. If this is someone you want to be with, don't give up on the relationship. But if you do notice that there's, you know, some phony things going on and secrecy, that's definitely a killer of a relationship. So I would definitely tell you to kick rocks, you know what I'm saying? Keep it going. But other than that, stay with him and just trust him until you got that hard evidence. Okay, I hope I answered your question. Thanks so much for sending that question. So this question here is from Kino. Hi, Kino. So this question here that Kino had sent in, it says, why do you feel the role of a side chick is so embraced by most girls nowadays when before it wasn't like that? And he goes, like, now every girl wants to be Angela Valdez from Power. I honestly think it's a society that we live in. I also feel like the man has a lot to do with it as well. You know what I'm saying? Because a side chick couldn't be a side chick without the man having some sort of role to do with that. And there is no side chick without the man. You know what I'm saying? So it's embraced because men make it okay. And I'm not blaming it on men, but literally that's why it's okay for a woman, because men make it okay for a woman to be a side chick. They do. You know what I'm saying? And with that, it's like, for women, it's like, okay, he's good with it, I'm good with it. Not like how it was back in the days. It's not like, it's really not. And I think it's very sad that it's not like that. I think people need to get back to reality. Me, myself personally, I've even been in situations before, and I kind of had to catch myself like, whoa, like, what are you doing, Khadisha? There just comes a point in time where we kind of need to bring it back to where this is my man only, and the man needs to be like, this is my girl only. Stop claiming other people. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Stop making it okay, because really it's not okay. It's really not. Listen, if you are a side chick and there's no way that you're gonna become the main chick, cut it out. There's no point. Just go find your own man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just move on with your life, because you're now in between this thing where it's just like, okay, like you can't just always sit there, you know, like it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Kino, I think I answered it. I don't know if I answered it. But those are all the questions that I'm going to answer for this Tea Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for watching another video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, guys, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't hurt to hit the subscribe button, okay? So subscribe. I don't know why I'm doing this, but subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys back here for another Tea Tuesday next Tuesday. Bye, guys.